Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Josh here again. We're in the garage today working on the 2021 MT-09. I've been wanting to maybe look at relocating the horn from the triple tree to somewhere else on the bike. So I've seen a few different people. Some put it down by the radiator, some put it up under the air intake and things like that. And I think that's where I'm going to try to put mine. I'm going to see if I can squeeze it up under that air intake and get it up out of the way so it's gone from the front of the bike. You know, when you look at the front of the bike, guys, a lot of guys just don't like that the horn is kind of like stuck out there, you know, right in front of everything. And it's, you know, it's kind of, it is unsightly, and also it does block the option for some guys that want to put a steering dampeners that go there, or, you know, if you're going to use a stand, you know, a fork stand there, you can't really get it in there. So I'm going to see if I can find another place to put it, and I'm thinking that it might fit right up in here somewhere where the air intake is and not really block things too much. So we're going to take the front apart here, and we're going to see if we can pull the wires back and see if we can get it into that spot there. If it doesn't work, then I'll just put it back in the stock spot. Alright guys, if you watch the USB charger install video, you'll know that we got to take the bolts out here from the windscreen, and there's two 4mm on the bottom here that have to come out. And then basically this whole head shield pulls forward. I'm thinking once I do that, I'll be able to get to the wires for the horn, and then see if it's possible for me to reroute it up in the top there. So I'm just going to take that apart now, and then we'll see what it looks like. Again, guys, when you go to take this off, there's spacers and stuff under this Yamaha factory screen that like to get lost. So you got to be careful you don't drop any of them and lose them, because it does set it offset a little bit. So get these bolts the rest of the way loose where they're out of the rubber. And then we should be able to pick this whole thing right up. And there goes the spacers, guys, everywhere. So luckily I saw where it went, so we're going to go get that picked up. Alright guys, so if you don't have a windscreen though, you would just take these 4 bolts out that are here. They're silver, and those would come out. And then, like I said, there's 2 4mm under here, and then this whole piece should come forward. There we go, guys. So then once it's off, you just pull forward, and you can set it aside. You see there's a little rubber pin here that goes in this hole there, and that's really all it's holding it at that point. In this situation, since I'm going to try to get at these wires, I think I'm going to take it right off by just making this connection right here, disconnecting that, and then just go set it on the bench. Okay, so guys, it's just a little push right here, push on the pin there, and then it'll slide off, and now I can get to the wires right here, which lead down to the horn, and see if we have a way to route those back into the body here. Alright guys, so all I'm doing right now is just trying to free this wire up from under here, but it's tucked in there pretty good behind a couple of these other connectors, so I'm just seeing how I can route it out of here. And it looks like it does run behind these 2 wires to this one, so just gotta see how I can maybe pull it out here. Alright. Alright guys, I'm going to show you this quick here for that headlight connector that's that we disconnected right here. There's a tab back here. I was trying to pop it with one of those pry bars, but if you can see it, there's a tab right here, so we should be able to just push it. We should be able to push on that with a screwdriver and get it right out. Right, guys, and that's all it took. Was just able to, you can see here, there's those 2 little pins right there. So we just pushed on those, popped it right out, and now the horn wire comes free pretty easily. So we're gonna see if we can get it the rest of the way through this headlight housing and out to freedom, and then we'll see where we're gonna reroute it. Alright guys, I was able to free the wire up all the way, and then you can see that there's this loom that runs back into the frame, which is where I think I might have to run that wire. But one thing I don't like, guys, is it looks like this is a pretty short wire that only goes back so far. So I think I'm going to have to probably splice something onto here to get this back through this loom and then up into the body here. Alright guys, sorry for the lack of footage of me fussing around with this thing, but basically what I did was I took that wire, routed it back through this hole here, pulled it back through, and then ran it under the triple tree here, and then back out, and then just along the frame here, and then you can see here guys, that's where my horn is now. It's up under the gas tank. I took one of the stock plates that comes on there, I cut it shorter and bent it, and then drilled a hole in it, and then if you can see that little spacer under there, that's from the stock tail section when I took it off for the tail tidy from TNT TST that I used to put that in there. Reconnected the wires and everything works great. So guys, I don't know if you can see it from back here, but that's basically where I hid my horn. So you're not going to see anything. Once that black the air dam and stuff is back on, you're only going to see this little bit of wire here. So figure we give that a chance, a lot easier than trying to route it all the way down through here. If it becomes a problem, I can always repair this wire, run it through here, and then come back up. But I think I like that spot right there, guys. So I'm going to button the rest of this up and move on to my next project. All right, guys, that's the horn install, or the horn move relocation that I did up under the gas tank, behind the air spoiler there, or the air dam, or air intake, or whatever you want to call it. So, like I said, I reused one of the little spacers from the stock fender, the stock fender that was on there before I put the TST fender eliminator on there, and you know, move that horn up out of the way now. One project I probably will get back to at one point is I probably will take the stock bracket off the front under the headlight, cut off the tab for that piece, and then repaint it so you don't even see that tab anymore. But that's a future project another day. Till the next one, guys, stay safe.